other educators that you've worked with,
Mhm.
what are they telling you about their experiences being with kids all day and then coming home to their own kids? 'Cause
Yeah.
this is real.
It is real. It is real. I work with a lot of educators and people in the counseling and therapy fields. And you all know about mom guilt. And you add on the fact that you're working with kids all day long and you're being really patient and calm and positive with them. But then you come home and you're yelling, or you're letting them get away with whatever they want, or you're bribing, or you're getting stuck in negotiations and there's like yelling at bedtime. Like there's so many normal parenting experiences that occur even for educators and counselors. So, what I always like to look at is let's look at why underneath all of this. Like, let's look at why you give up once you go home and maybe you are burnt out. So let's look at it not just from a tactical perspective of how to positively engage your child or discipline them, which you already know, but the parent and life coaching field is looking at that emotional piece too, right? Like, so what does it feel like when you're enabling your child? What are you hoping is actually going to happen? And if I were to ask you that question, what is the answer?
So, yeah, I can see now that my enabling and kind of coddling behaviors were coming from a place of love and wanting them to not experience pain or hardship, wanting to make it like soft and safe and easy, except that what I recognize now is I was also robbing them of their opportunity to grow.
That's right.
And experience the full range of life and understand that they could themselves, within themselves, and that empowering from within, that they could ride out some of the hardships, and I could be there to support, but I couldn't take on that emotional burden for them.
Exactly. So we want to look at that short-term impact and then the long-term impact. So yes, you felt like they were going to be happier in the moment because you were over providing for them. But there was a cost, and the cost was for you, and the cost was a long-term cost for them. So once you understand how your parenting approach impacts your children, it's not just let me layer on the tactics. It really is about the why behind it. And so that's what I feel really passionate about, and why I'm not just a traditional parent educator, which are incredible and they're really good at tactical tools and directing you to books and resources, but I'm a parenting coach to say, like, let's look at this whole picture here and the emotional piece, because if we start pulling the thread, then we can pull an emotional thread and disentangle it. Now the tactical pieces, you naturally do them and you become more consistent.